Welcome to Rudy's Room, the after show. We've got Yvonne, we've got Queen Bianca, and of course we've got my new buddy Sean. How you guys doing?
Great.
Marvelous.
Excellent. Now, Miss Yvonne, you had some strong feelings about Nicki Minaj being engaged.
Yes.
What?
I don't think that he's the issue. I think she needs to really deal with herself. Like I
Okay.
said, she needs to check up from the neck up.
Okay.
She has some issues that she needs to deal with, and she needs some help.
Okay, so you two role play. So Bianca, you be Nicki, and you coach her. How you gonna school her? Come on, let's set the scene. Since Bianca's the actress.
No, that
Stop
was
That's what she does. She makes those bird sounds.
And
No,
I
that
would
was-
tell her, I will staple your eyes shut.
that's the other one. That's the other one. The bird sound.
Oh, no,
that's
Cardi B.
No, Nikki does
No,
bird
yeah,
sounds
she
too
does
in the
all
back
that
of her
craziness.
throat.
Oh, that's why
Everybody
they
likes the
fighting.
birds.
Yeah,
Okay, there
so
you go.
I would just have to tell you, you're going to, for this session, we don't do that.
But I'm a rap star.
I really don't care what star you are. You came to me for information. So we left the rap star out, and I need you in here.
Oh.
But I'm Nikki the Harajuku Barbie.
Okay. Nikki, you have a choice. You can work with me to work on you, or you can work on walking out that door. Because I don't do that.
You don't do that?
And you still gonna hit that PayPal. You still gonna hit that PayPal. Yes.
And
Yes, you're gonna hit that PayPal.
But you didn't fix my life.
You didn't want to fix.
send.
And you got to realize a life coach doesn't fix your life. A life coach works with you to put things into place. It's like you have all these balls up in the air, and a life coach helps you catch them one at a time and put them in your basket and carry them away on your journey.
I did not realize that. See, I always thought they fixed your life. That's
No.
what Iyanla
That's
did.
what Iyanla
just
does.
Iyanla was fixing lives?
I have a question.
Yes.
How's she going to fix your life? She ain't fixed hers.
Ooh.
See, I have an issue with that when I do.
Sean's like, oh.
when people want to give you good information, but that same information is what they need for themselves.
Okay.
So, physician, heal thyself. Let me work on me.
Gotcha.
Let me work on me, and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
then I can give you the benefit of what I've gone through. As a speaker,
Yeah.
I give the benefit of what I've walked through.
Okay.
So it's like walking down a road and there's potholes.
Yeah.
I can't let Bianca, my little sis, come behind me and not tell her, hey, I'm going to tell you at that 150-mile mark, there's a pothole.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep walking. No, I'm going to let her know there's a
Okay.
pothole.
Gotcha.
Now, if she falls in it, that's because she wanted to, because I
okay.
gave her the info.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Sean, what say you? That's some deep knowledge.
Nicki Minaj needs a new writer. Forget fixing her life. She needs a new writer.
Isn't
writer?
She, her
She's a new
own writer?
writer.
She's her own writer, isn't she?
She needs
why
a
she
new
needs
writer.
He was showing shade. He was showing shade.
Yeah, that was
And
shade.
she needs some new promotion because
Yeah.
she's losing.
Oh, she's losing it? It's over?
Yeah, she's
Are you Team
losing.
Cardi?
Yeah.
You are.
I love Cardi.
You do.
Yeah.
Your
Even
team.
when she got the tooth fixed and everything?
You know what I love about Cardi?
What?
She could care less. She says whatever she feels like. And I envy that. a
That is
little
true.
bit.
Yeah.
I admire it and I envy it.
Okay.
The freedom just to feel
Gotcha.
like I don't care.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
whatever.
No, that makes sense.
But you know what Cardi did that a lot of other rappers didn't do?
What?
When she came up, she changed up.
Okay.
She threw away the catsuit and she put on the gown.
Yes.
She threw away the crazy makeup and she did makeup that was appropriate. And she speaks appropriately in public. That's why I give her. Well, to her
Bianca's
fans. Listen, to her fans, yes. To her fans, she does
Not on her
all
Instagram
that
feed.
stuff.
Exactly.
Not on her IG feed. But every place else.
Right,
Yeah.
if you catch her, she really understands to come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like her for that.
Very cool.
I mean, she trademarked Okur, so.
That is true. That is very, very true. Miss Yvonne, who
Yes.
hates on you the most and why?
You want to get me in absolute
Nobody's watching.
trouble. Yeah, but they're listening.
Well, no, it's okay.
Okay.
Change the names to
Exactly.
protect those.
Nah, I won't say any names. I think probably the people that hate on me the most are the people that feel like who she thinks she is.
Okay.
I've had a crazy weight journey to 5, I had the gastric bypass. I lost half of my weight.
Wow.
And I did put a lot of weight back on, but
Okay.
not all of it. So
Yeah.
when I was 400 pounds, it was like, oh, she's so big, who she thinks she is?
Right.
And when I lost the weight, oh, so she done lost weight, she thinks she cute. And now I put on weight, oh, she done gained all her weight back. So
Okay.
it's that cruel, people.
They just continue to hate.
Yeah, so they
Gotcha.
need something to do.
Okay, clearly.
You know.
Miss Bianca? I mean, it must be tough being the queen.
Yeah, miserable people. They stay hating.
Do they?
Tragic.
Now, do they hate on social media? Like, do you find that?
Of course,
They
yeah.
do, really?
Yeah, I've gotten comics where I was just like block, block, delete, delete, block, block, delete.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Like, is it one common theme that they go for, or is it...
Yeah.
Okay, like, what, you can't act or something, or just...
They try to say all sorts of things. They try to say you're not an actress, and I'm like, but I'm in an actors union, but I've had speaking
Right.
roles. Yeah.
And you work in a Target. Like, what are you complaining about?
Target.
Target, you got a
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
You got a
That's
point.
why I let them know. That's why I'm here, and you're down there.
Got
Okay.
you. Look at that. And what about you, Mr. Sean? Who hates on you? I would think with you giving out mortgages and everything, nobody's hating.
Oh, everybody hates that's in the industry. 'Cause I tell the
Really?
truth. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm one of those. I'm pretty transparent. I'll tell you the
Okay.
truth. And people
Okay.
are like, it's a lie. It's like, okay, I gave it to you in writing. And
Right.
They didn't. What do you-
Do you ever find people who like will come to you and then go to the next person? Okay,
All the time. I encourage it actually.
you do.
Oh yeah.
He's like, you go right over
I
there.
tell, yeah.
Get on out of here.
Go meet with a couple other people.
Okay.
And then call me back.
Okay.
And if you decide to go with another person, I'll do your paperwork for you. I'll help you.
Okay.
And I literally will do their paperwork.
Okay.
I would say 80% of them end up coming back.
That's pretty impressive. Do you remember the very first mortgage you helped?
Yeah.
Who was that?
The very first mortgage I helped was Christopher Rust.
Okay.
Yeah. He and I are Facebook friends. We connected
Okay.
because that was like 15 years ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
we connected. He's
Yeah.
married. He's got kids. He lives in Houston.
Not in the same house.
Not in the same house.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's
Got it.
like, thank you. You know what I mean? But,
Okay, you
but
helped
yeah,
get him to start.
I mean, every mistake that you could possibly make,
Yeah.
I made with him, and he stuck with me.
Really?
And he stuck with me. A process that should have took 30 days took like 120. And
Oh,
he stuck
Lord.
with me.
Okay.
And I'll never forget him for that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'll never forget him for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I remember his name like.
Because he sticks with
that.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Bianca, what about you? What about your first movie?
My first movie that I'm making right now.
Or that you were in?
The first speaking part I had was in Masters of None, and
Okay.
the first movie I'm making is Zodiac, so I'm
Really?
excited.
Now, what is it like to actually make a movie? That's got to be some process.
I learned that it is a lot of work.
Okay.
I'm used to coming on set and seeing, crew members do this and that, and now that I'm trying to get stuff together, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you have to pay these people to get this done? Somebody has to edit. Wait, you need somebody to edit. You need somebody to film. You need somebody to do
Right.
this job. So I have so much respect for people and the
Okay.
job that they do.
Yeah, and making a movie's not cheap, I would imagine, correct?
No.
Wow. And are you in charge of the food cart?
The catering?
The
you mean?
catering, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Okay, what kind of stuff do you have on the catering cart?
We're gonna have Caribbean food. I'm from the Caribbean, so
Okay,
we're gonna
okay.
have some nice Caribbean food.
Very nice. Okay.
What part of the Caribbean?
Haiti.
No.
Are you? Okay. Do you go back?
I haven't been back in a while. The politics there
Yeah,
are
it's a lot.
Yeah.
That is
so.
true. That
But
is
they
very
need
true.
people like you to come
They
back.
do actually need people like you.
And I will be going back, yes.
You will. She's like, I will once that movie's out, right?
Yeah.
Which is good. So once the movie's made, is the idea to get it distributed into like theaters and all that other good stuff, or?
Yes, I definitely want to get a distribution deal, but at the same time, I want to continue to own my masters.
Okay.
Prince was going on and on about that, and I was young when he was talking
Like,
about
what's he
that.
talking about?
Now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, he wasn't crazy. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well.
You think about- he's showing him at the butt out jeans. He's like, that was a little well. And Miss Yvonne,
Genius though.
yeah, who was the first person that you provided some life coaching to?
Her name was Yolanda,
Okay.
and she dropped me as a life coach.
What'd you do to her?
She didn't want to hear the truth.
Ooh, what was the truth?
And the truth was, you can't keep breaking up with your boyfriend at everything that happens and not realize that you're the only one coming back. Because when you break up, go back, break up, go back, for
Yeah.
a guy, the first time you break up, it's done.
Okay.
The only reason why he lets you back in is because he has nothing else to do at the time.
Okay, got you. And she didn't know that?
And she didn't know that. So when he was absolutely sick and tired, he said to her, no, we're done. And she's like, no, but I was only mad when I said that. And he was like, but I wasn't mad when I accepted it.
Oh.
which proved my point. All that going back and forth. Think about it. Every time something happens, you want to break up.
Right.
How is someone going to trust you?
Are they going to take it seriously? Yeah.
That is true. So where are they now? Are they still together?
Last I talked to her, they were not together,
Okay.
and there was a lot of things going on that she had to work through. Wish she would have stayed with me, but
Right.
I do wish her well.
Okay. Now, when people leave you, can they come back?
You sure can. My door's always open.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
And you know, I will piss you off. You know, I have that I will piss you off attitude.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you know, I can because I'm truthful.
Okay.
You didn't hit that PayPal for me to sugarcoat anything.
Okay.
And I will give you the benefit of my knowledge.
Gotcha.
And you always have a right to disagree.
Okay.
Because this is your life.
Can I chime in on something?
You can chime in on anything you want.
Yvonne, you need to do voiceover work.
Doesn't she?
You have a $1 million voice. No, seriously.
She does.
You have a $1 million voice. You could read anything, like your pronunciation, your intonation, your voice. I mean,
Everything.
you really.
She
I'm
does.
not saying. I'm serious.
Doesn't she have a
You
great
should.
voice?
She has a great
She does have a great
voice.
voice. Yeah.
Like,
Even when you're
sitting
pissing
here-
me off, I'm sitting there. I can
Right,
I don't have to take it.
I'm captivated by your voice. I'm sitting here and I'm going.
Like
oh
I'm,
my God.
I'm hearing in my head, you are garbage. I'm like, okay, work on it.
No, so you really need to look into that.
Thank you. I
do.
will. And my little sis here, I used to act also.
You did.
What?
I did stand up. And
You did stand up?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
You're brave.
There is a guy on BET, Mouse Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can't say BET.
You can say BT.
Okay. He would let me open up for him 5 minutes. And
Okay.
there's Fudge. You've seen the Credit Karma commercial?
Yeah.
That's Fudge. And I would open up for him.
You did. Wow.
Yeah, that's my claim to fame.
That's fantastic.
That's my claim
So
to fame.
when did you get out of stand up?
Ooh, I'm going to say like around 2000 and maybe 2010.
Okay, because I
Maybe a
could
little bit
just like
before.
the voice, you got the personality for it, so I could see you being an excellent
Yeah.
stand-up comedian.
And then I did do a little bit of acting.
Okay.
And you said about the movie. I love stage. I don't like movies because stage you can drop a line and pick it up. A movie,
That's it.
you got to do it over and over and over again the same way.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did a independent film called Love Is Blind.
Oh.
And it was the boys from Wine Dance. They did the Straight Outta Wine Dance
Yeah.
film, and then they did Love Is Blind.
Okay.
With
And what is
Michael-
Love Is Blind about?
Love Is Blind is about these two kids. One was in college, one wasn't. In love, but definitely from different sides of the tracks,
Okay.
and could never come together
Yeah.
in a way they should have came together. And I was
Interesting.
Auntie Vernell.
Auntie Vernell.
Auntie
Okay.
Vernell,
I can see you as an
yeah.
auntie.
Okay, yes, I could see it was
Yeah,
Auntie
I'm
Vernell.
Auntie.
And what did Auntie Vernell have to say?
Auntie Vernell, was the one that gave out wisdom.
Okay.
And then when my son was killed, that was my big scene. The crying, the yelling, and the screaming, and
Damn!
He went to good times.
You know it.
Yeah,
You
I
know
did
it.
work with J.D. Lawrence.
Yeah.
He may not say I did, but I did. It was
What'd you
called
do to JD that he would say no?
absolutely nothing.
Oh, okay. She's like, he's going to deny. She's like, he's going to deny
It's
me.
big time now, and
Oh, got you. Okay.
I am. It was Scissors Cut the Devil Loose, and I was Miss Precious, and he made that role.
You were Precious?
For me, yeah, because I
The
used
other
to
Precious.
do. I used to do nails.
Okay.
And so the part was a nail technician in all guys barbershop.
Okay.
And
You did nails too?
Oh yeah, I'm a master cosmetologist.
You just, and you run the flower shop. I mean, you just do it all.
You had to do a lot. I was a single parent, so I had
Okay.
to do a lot of stuff to make
Okay.
the E and the S of ends meet.
Understood.
Yeah.
Of all the jobs that you had to do, what was your favorite and what was your least favorite?
Ooh. Well, I used to work in a lab
Okay.
doing a sessioning. I hated that.
What is sessioning?
A sessioning is when you take all the information
Yeah.
and you write it down and you pack it up and you
Okay.
put everything together so the doctors can get all the information. Yeah, I hated that.
That
And
doesn't
I
sound
also
like
was a community health worker.
Oh.
And I worked with, except for one chick, but all these women were the talkiest, the gossipingest,
Yeah.
just nasty. And I would look at them and say, but your lives is torn from the floor. What you talking about, everybody? So those two jobs is
Okay.
my
Projection.
favorite. Yeah,
exactly.
My favorite one is what I'm doing now because this is what I was called to do.
Okay, and what is that?
That is speaking.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Bianca, I mean, you're relatively young compared to all of us, but is there a
We are
favorite?
the same age. You look at you. You haven't aged a bit. Are you kidding me?
I'm a whole lot older than you are, but that's okay. That's all right.
His face was like, where's she going with this?
Thank you for that.
I wish.
Thank you
You're
for
so
that.
kind. I do appreciate that. She can come back anytime. Do you have a favorite job or a least favorite job that you've done so far?
I think my favorite job, I work with children who have disabilities.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's my favorite job.
Yep.
And I would say least favorite, there's this family that I work with, and I love them, but they have this dog, and I wouldn't say like least favorite job, but like the dog is, it's like you ever met like a clingy dog, like it doesn't want to be left alone, and I'm like, I feel bad, but I gotta go home now, yeah.
Is this the kind of dog like they let get on the furniture and on the bed and all that stuff?
This dog,
I don't like that.
Yeah, they let the dog eat, from like their plates, and I'm kind of like, if I'm eating, you can't eat from my plate.
Yeah. And once I've seen that you let the dog eat from your plate, and I'm in your house,
I can't eat from
your
yours
anymore.
No, because there's not as much palm olive joy, whatever, in the world to get that off of me. So I can imagine. Mr. Sean, what about yourself? Job-wise, favorite, least favorite?
My favorite job is what I do now.
Okay. And why is that?
It's just so fulfilling. I mean, because first of all, it doesn't feel like a job.
Gotcha.
I wake up every morning and I'm happy to go do what I'm doing.
Understood.
I set my own hours, number one.
Yeah.
But number two, it's just like I said, at the end of the day, people say thank you. And for me, that's fuel. You know what I mean? Because it just makes you realize what you're doing.
Okay.
It's benefiting others, and it's a calling. You know what I mean? So I love it. Least favorite? I worked in healthcare administration for a while.
You did?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was in revenue cycle management. What
does that mean in regular English?
Billing.
Okay, thank you.
Billing. Like
billing, okay.
Money coming in.
Gotcha. Money going out.
And I hated it.
Okay.
I made a lot of money, and I hated it. Because it was just like you're pushing paper. No matter what you did, you should have done the other thing. No matter how much you brought in, you still could have brought in more.
Understood.
And so for me, it's just like it's personally fulfilling to work with people. I get involved in their lives. I'm part of their family for like 30 days, 60 days. But those relationships have continued even after. I go to barbecues. People have a house. Oh, the first barbecue, you got to be there.
Yeah.
So I'll show up. You know what I mean?
That's
or
nice.
do something like cater it, or like something like.
That's really nice.
But I really really enjoy what I do. I've been blessed with that. So
that's fantastic. Speaking of making a lot of money, what's the most expensive thing that you bought that you wound up regretting?
I don't think I regret anything expensive.
Well, then what's the most expensive thing you ever bought?
Probably.
Besides your house.
Besides the house, okay. Yeah, it was a Lexus. It was a Lexus. I went into a dealership, and I was just looking at cars. I won't say the dealership is very, very close to where we're sitting right now.
Well, okay.
And the salesperson was very rude. You know what I mean? But that day I was dressed. I had on some sweats and like some Timberlands and a sweatshirt.
So a rapper.
Yeah. And so he kind of like prejudged.
Yes, which they do.
And just to spite him, I bought an Lexus LS. Just to
so you went from being Sean to Big Sean.
Yeah, exactly. just to spite. But I didn't buy it from him. There was a young guy there, and I could tell he was new.
And you wanted to help him out?
And I wanted to help him out. I went to him and I made sure that he got the sale. And the whole time I'm signing the documents, I'm looking at the other guy smiling like,
big mistake.
Big mistake. Prejudged.
Exactly.
I didn't even want to buy a car that day. But I just did it because he ticked me off.
Right.
And that guy was whatever.
That's fantastic.
But I kept the car for 12 years, so I can't say I regretted it. But
well,
I probably shouldn't have bought it. Though,
but you know, you helped someone else hopefully do a really good thing. Miss Bianca, what about you? The most expensive thing you ever bought?
Most expensive thing I ever bought. I bought some Burberry heels.
Yeah. Well, all right. Where were you walking in these Burberry heels?
I was just walking to work. I feel like as a woman, I don't know.
Okay, so wait, you walking to work to take care of these kids with disabilities in your Burberry shoes?
Yes, that's my point. But I was watching Sex and the City, and Carrie has an addiction to shoes, and I would see really cute shoes.
She's not taking care of special needs kids.
I was going to say, Carrie was making
and she's not a Brooklyn girl. This is a Midtown Girl, I am not. I want to see some idea. I am not buying this Brooklyn. I am not buying this Brooklyn
She's a
thing.
fashion writer, blogger, or whatever.
She
Okay.
is Soho to the T. I am not buying this Brooklyn
You
thing
know
at
what?
all.
I am mad at you kicking around in them Burberry Hills, though. I'm not mad at you.
But it was a mistake because when you work with kids, I work with kids ages 5 to 10,
Right.
and they were running around, and you have to be energetic. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, what was I thinking?
Yeah,
I know I have
exactly.
to be able to move quickly
Right.
and keep an eye on these kids.
Yeah.
And I'm in heels. What was I thinking?
And were they even comfortable heels?
They are comfortable.
Oh, they
I'll
are
say
comfortable.
that.
Okay.
They
okay,
are
got
comfortable.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Look at you with your Burberry. Now, where are the heels now? Are they gone? Are they long since?
So I lent them to a friend, right? Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Back that up.
You did what?
What?
Yes. So I lent them to a
She ain't
friend,
got
right?
them.
She's like, I got a date. You know,
She don't
they're
have
beautiful nude heels. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. So long story short, that was back in June. We're about to be in August soon. I'm like, hey, have you found them? Oh, I got to do some moving around. I'm in the middle of moving right now.
She hasn't found your.
No.
Knock, knock.
Because she lent them to another friend, huh?
That's it. Probably.
No.
Them
she
shoes
got
is
some
making
shoes in
it's
the closet.
their
They
way
are going
around.
all
They just
around.
walking without
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
But I'm going to get my heels.
You need to go make
Do you know where she? You know where she lives? Because you
course
might
I
need
know
to-
where she
You may
lives,
need to
yeah.
drop by, do a swoop down. That's wow.
I told her I'm going to help her in her move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Miss Yvonne, Motivator Man. What about you?
It was a pair of earrings. It's a place in Harlem. It may be closed now. It's called the Little Window.
Okay.
And they pumped me up about it. Israeli artists who made these earrings, and they're one of a kind earrings, and they were made out of this brass and these stones, and they were only, little danglies,
Yeah.
very delicate.
Okay.
So I bought them.
Okay.
About 3 or 4 years later, I started making jewelry.
Uh-oh.
When I found out
How much they cost?
that they lied to me, I was hot. I called my girlfriend who was with me that
Yeah.
day, who said, go ahead and buy them. You're never going to find another pair like this.
Right.
You're going to be mad if you don't get them.
Exactly.
I said, right about now, I want to poke out both your eyes like Kill Bill. Because I could have made those earrings for at least $7.50.
Oh wow.
Not per earring.
Right. For
For
the
the
whole
pair.
pair, and it got you a matching bracelet.
And all she could say is, but they're one of a kind. I'm like, they're not one of a kind.
Okay.
So yeah, I got, as they said,
You got
on
got.
those earrings.
Oh well, I'm sorry about those earrings, Miss Yvonne. I'm sure this doesn't really apply to you, but when was the last time you told a lie?
Oh, of course it applies to me. I don't
Oh,
try
okay.
to do it on a regular.
Oh, okay. But you keep your skills up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I tried. Oh, the last time I told a lie, when my daughter asked me to babysit, I said I couldn't
Oh.
because I had something to do.
What was you doing?
Nothing.
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 Not babysitting. That's what I was doing. I was
See,
not
my daughter
babysitting.
doesn't understand. I remember sitting at home crying, saying, "It's okay. One day I'll be able to walk out this door. I won't have to worry about babysitter. I have to worry about no kid hanging
Yup.
on me. I'm just gonna walk out this door free."
Yes.
And you want to ask me to babysit? And
Right.
that time is now.
They're trying to chain you back up.
I don't mind babysitting because my grandchildren are fabulous.
Of course.
But I just didn't feel like babysitting that day, so I had something to do.
Gotcha. Okay, I like that.
I just didn't come home.
Mr. Sean, what about you?
Define lie. Is an omission of certain facts a lie?
I will leave that up to you, and our life coach will certainly get you together. If you
Did you say that lying is relative? Is that what you just said?
I didn't say it. I implied it. I would say I tend not to lie.
Mm-hmm.
But I do. They're asleep now. I do lie to my kids sometimes.
Oh, how old are they?
Well, my oldest is 15.
Oh, you can lie to 50.
And,
Yeah.
and my daughter, who's 11, that's the one.
Oh, you
Yeah, you
lie
can
to
lie.
them.
They can lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they big
I got
on-
18 and 15.
Yeah,
so
because
we
they'll
lie all
ask
the
me a
time.
question,
Yeah,
I don't know the answer, and I won't answer it,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
I'll
but-
answer it.
Give him
Another-
a little run
Yeah.
around.
Yeah,
Understood.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what was the lie? Or what was one of the lies?
Okay, so this is my second marriage, right?
Okay.
And it was pretty much well, what happened with the with the first one?
Okay.
And so I kind of had to.
Is the first around?
Yeah, she's around. We're good friends.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, we're good friends. She's engaged. Like we all party, you know, and do all that like with kids and stuff
Really?
like that.
Wow.
After a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the kids are with the first.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, yes and no, because she travels a lot for work, so they're with me like.
No, meaning that you had your kids with the first
With
wife.
the first, yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just trying to figure out why she was still in the picture. I'm like,
Right.
what?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
so we all kind of, you know, like
yes, that makes more sense to me.
Took
now.
a while to be adults, but we're adults.
That's okay. That
you know
makes
what
sense
I mean?
to me. Yeah.
And so sometimes, like, you know, they'll ask certain questions, and it's like you don't really need to
know all of that.
know all that. So
Got
I'll
you.
dress it up or clean it up.
So you're actually just protecting them.
just protecting them.
Understood.
Career-wise, I don't lie.
You
It has
won't lie?
cost me money. To be truthful, it has.
Really?
But you know what? I get it back tenfold. So
Yeah, but if you actually lie and then something doesn't go right with that
Right.
could cost you
Then-
more money.
yeah,
So-
and so I'm 48, right?
Gotcha.
And my memory is terrible. So that's one of the main reasons I don't lie,
That's
because I
important.
can't remember
What
the
the lie
lie.
was.
And
Yes.
it's like you gotta kinda and
That's too many things.
it's
You
too
gotta-
many
you
things.
gotta commit to the lie, and
Yeah,
it's a
so
lot.
I'm just one of those. It is what it is. You like me, you like me. You don't, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
What about you, Bianca?
Okay, so this guy who had approached me,
Okay.
you know, he wanted my number and I wasn't interested. So I had 5 kids I was watching that day. We were at the
What did he
AMC.
look like when he approached you?
He looked real, just like very scruffy looking.
Okay.
Like the beard needed to be shaved, the
Yeah.
hair was looking
Okay.
oily.
Okay.
And I remember I had like the kids that I was working with.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up the kids and I was like, oh my gosh, you want to take care of me and all these kids? I don't have any children, which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
But he thought those were my children. And he was like, oh my God, yeah, I'll be right back. Because I guess
Yes.
from the distance I was standing, he didn't
Yeah.
know if I was with the kids. And
Of
I'm like,
course.
oh, I picked up the kids. I was like, yes, these are me and all my children.
You should have said,
Yeah.
"Can you say Daddy?"
I did. One of the kids, I was like, oh my gosh, this is Dad right here.
You were so
he
bad.
was over there looking like,
You are so
But
bad.
my love, you do know that you can point him in the direction of a barber.
She's like, "Ain't that
I
much
wasn't
barber?"
interested.
Because at your age, because you're in your 20s, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, in your 20s is when people are learning themselves and growing, right, and molding.
Mm-hmm.
See, if he was 58, my age, and he walked up to me scruffy, yeah, you deserve you have to go.
Okay.
But you don't know. You may have directed him to that barber after he came out that barber shop. You have to beat some sisters off
Okay. So
just
you
to
could-
be with him.
I don't like beards on men. I don't like the
You
scruffy
just don't want to
ones.
fix her
Oh,
up.
okay, so he has
I don't like beards. None of the
Gotcha.
men my age have
Yeah.
beards, so it's
Gotcha.
like something I'm
It
not
just
used
is
to really saying.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I
We
can
go at your
understand.
age. We don't want to feel old.
I'm
so.
23, don't
She did. I mean, I got genes older than that. It's so good.
Early
Oh my
20s.
God,
You
you're
had
so
to stab.
funny.
Okay, gotcha.
Miss Bianca, what's one thing no one knows about you?
One thing nobody knows about me. Oh, I hate the color purple. I think that is the ugliest color
Oh, I thought
on
you
the
meant
color.
the movie. I was like, what? I was like, what the-
Get out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that is the
Time to go.
That is
Go.
royalty.
I think that's the ugliest color on the color spectrum. I absolutely hate it.
Really?
Yes, I hate the color purple.
You are very passionate about your hatred of purple.
Yeah.
Did something happen?
Nothing happened. I just don't like the color. Like
Did
you ever
Barney
just
the dinosaur like do something?
Yeah.
Like, jeez, look at her
As a
face.
kid.
It is coming up to the surface.
You ever just looked at a color and you said, no, that's not it? And it's weird because I'll know some people and they're like, that's my favorite color. I'm like, out of all the colors to choose, you chose
Just
purple?
Wow. Okay. Do you have a favorite color?
Red.
Okay.
Red is the color of passion. I love red.
There we go. Miss Yvonne, you look like you got a lot to say.
No, I
Motivated man.
don't. I mean, my logo is purple.
Okay.
I happen to like it.
Don't send it to Bianca.
Right. You don't get
You don't get the
t-shirt.
purple
You
logo.
don't get the t-shirt.
But we love you, Miss Yvonne.
We
Okay,
do
good.
like it.
She cleaned that real
She
good.
cleaned it real
She said,
good.
if
We
you
love
love it,
you.
I like it because I love you. I like
It's
that.
like a purple
I like
shade.
that.
Exactly. Exactly. Miss Yvonne, what's something that no one knows about you?
It's not so much they don't know, they won't believe.
What's that?
I happen to be very shy, and that's the reason why people, yeah.
You shy?
Where are you shy?
See, nobody believes that. If I was in a room with folks that I don't know,
Yeah.
you wouldn't even know I was in the room.
You wouldn't be fixing their lives?
I would absolutely be quiet.
Oh, you must be
Really?
an ambivert then.
Yeah. I work
you
very
said.
hard on being an extrovert. Extremely.
Well, you working overtime.
I had to work on low self-esteem for years.
Okay, well,
years and years. So, I would rather chill in the corner on my phone.
Yeah.
Than in a group of people that I don't know unless I'm working.
Gotcha.
Because if I'm working, then yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Sean, what about you?
I cry at movies.
You do?
Yeah, I love romantic.
When's the last time you cried in a movie?
Oh no.
Every time I watch Forrest Gump,
okay,
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, you got some friends.
Aww.
Yeah.
You got brothers.
Yeah, I do.
Well, thank
do
you.
they cry too?
We'll talk about that now that the show is over. Thank you three for hanging out with us during the after party, and please make sure you check out the full episode of Rudy's Room. Say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
Well done.